What's shaking, everybody? Welcome back. It's happening again for the fifth time.
It's again.
The inevitable.
Yep. I'm Ned Wilcock. I am cursed to eternally read Sonic books, and today I'm joined by two other cursed blokes.
Christian Randall. I play Tails.
Connor Wood, like pushing a blue boulder up a hill.
He does roll up into a ball, and he moves, so very Sisyphean just by his very nature.
One must imagine Sonic happy.
Well, they always try to portray him as being happy, but there's so much subtext to indicate that this is a deeply broken man.
What is Tails in I forgot to ask, is Tails in this book?
Yes, Tails is in this book.
Awesome.
So this book, Sonic the Hedgehog Adventure Game Book 5, Theme Park Panic.
Woo!
Now, we've reached the final third of the series. The first two books were written by James Wallace, the second books were written by Nigel Gross and John Sutherland, and the final two books were written by Marc Gascoigne and Jonathan Green. They just kept bopping between different authors for this entire series.
Jonathan Green?
Jonathan Green.
Yes, John Green.
John Green, famed author of The Fault in Our Stars, got his start writing Sonic the Hedgehog game books in the UK.
That's right.
Jonathan Green, no relation.
No relation. Now, the interesting thing with the final trilogy, well, the final trio of the last two books in this 6-book series, the weird thing about these ones is that they didn't print as many of them, so they're more difficult to find. The only way that I was able to find these books was by buying a bundle that included books 5 and 6, and also books 1 and 2 again, which I already own.
Booyah.
Your collection is extensive.
It is very extensive.
Yeah.
So we have all of the books now, so that's taken care of. But yeah, speaking of Tails being in this one, I'm going to show you the top half of the color illustration, and we're going to work our way down from there. So describe for our listeners what you see.
Sonic's head looks like a tree, first off.
Or a bad squid.
Yeah.
Like a blooper from Mario.
Yeah.
And Tails looks like Caillou in the Shadow Realm.
Yep. And Tails is flying through the air. Sonic's in what looks almost like a mine cart.
Yeah.
Going over some tracks coming out of mountains, maybe? Spiky mountains.
A cave?
Yeah.
They are both looking downwards at something. Tails with apparent dismay and surprise, and Sonic with apparent glee and adventurousness.
Yeah, Sonic doesn't look too upset.
If you had to guess what they're looking at, what would you think they're looking at?
I'm gonna go Bounce House for 500, Ned.
I'm gonna go Chaos Emerald for 1.
What if I told you the answer is person tied up on the tracks?
Oh my god!
That is not what I would have guessed.
What?
Okay,
Sonic, what are you doing? What are you thinking?
Is he happy because that's his ex or something?
Well,
Who
now,
is that?
Here's the thing. This appears to be Amy Rose on the cover of this book.
Yeah.
Is that Sonic's canonical love interest?
So here's the weird thing, like in the modern timeline, the modern iteration of Sonic, it's like, okay, yes, Sonic and Amy, they got this thing going on, but during this era of Sonic is definitely interested in Princess Sally Acorn.
Right.
So we're getting some weird crossover here where Amy is now getting into the situation.
So
and
in the timeline, Princess Peach has now been introduced. Pauline is being pushed out.
Okay.
yes.
For those Mario aficionados.
So we're going to see what the deal is with Amy Rose this early on in the timeline. Also, I did a little bit of research. I always thought Amy was a cat, but apparently she is also a hedgehog.
With a hammer. With a big
I
hammer.
really wonder if the inventors of this have ever seen a hedgehog.
Yeah, they've seen Sonic the Hedgehog.
The most accurate, true, believable hedgehog that could possibly exist. Now, getting into this book here, we got to give Sonic some vital statistics, as per usual.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
we do.
Now, for the past, I think every single book that we've played, we've gone with just the same stats for each book. Do we want to go with that again, or switch it up?
I mean, gotta go fast.
Gotta
so that's
go fast.
obviously our highest, right? So,
Yeah.
Yeah, so speed's going to be our 5. In the past, we have had coolness be our 4, quick wits is our 3, and then the 2s are good looks, strength, and agility.
Yeah. I'm happy. I think we, like so many greats before us, we were absolutely perfect on our first try.
Word.
Yeah, we have beat every single book thus far.
That we have. Let's keep our golden Sonic stats.
Yeah, and that is more than I can say for the folks over at 8-Bit Book Club, who still, I believe, have not managed to beat Metal City Mayhem, the first book. So, take that.
Well, in their defense, that book was beyond unhinged.
Yep. So now we'll get to see how unhinged this book is going to be. One other quick thing that I just want to note, though, in Sonic's stuff, In previous books, it is specifically mentioned that Sonic starts out with his red trainers and his white gloves. According to this book, we're starting with absolutely nothing.
What?
So we've got just a buck-naked hedgehog that we're working with here, apparently.
Okay.
Okay, now, again, Connor, you'll have to inform me here. Sonic, is he a Winnie the Pooh situation? Is it just shoes and
So
gloves?
Sonic is actually fueled by the rage of the forgotten.
Okay.
So if we look back in the Old Testament, he was introduced around the end of Genesis. No, he's a hedgehog. He's just a hedgehog.
Well, without further ado, we've got Sonic ready to go, so let's start diving into Sonic the Hedgehog Adventure Gamebook 5 Theme Park Panic.
Let's do it.
Page 1. What a lovely day. It's a fine summer's morning, and the Emerald Hill Zone is bathed in warm sunshine. But what's that noise? It sounds like someone loudly sawing wood. But no, it's only our hedgehog hero, Sonic the Hedgehog, having a doze in the sunshine. Well, life around here has been pretty quiet lately, with no sign of that annoying Dr. Robotnik. Not since Sonic last put paid to his devious plans for enslaving Mobius. When there aren't any mad, evil-obsessed scientists around to thwart, there isn't all that much for a cool blue super dude to do with his time. Apart from scoff pizzas, play games, have parties with his pals, watch cool vids, run races, or doze in the warm sunshine, of course.
That sounds like a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's watching Jimmy Fallon.
Sonic doesn't realize it yet, but unfortunately his peace is about to be shattered in a most unexpected fashion. No. Here it comes. Cooey, Sonic, oh Sonic!
What?
Sonic reluctantly opens one eye to see Amy striding towards him. Oh no, he mutters under his breath. It's not that he doesn't like Amy. So we see how we're starting off with Sonic's feelings towards his future love interest.
Yeah.
Enemies to lovers, classic trope.
Classic trope. It's not that he doesn't like Amy, it's just that she likes him. And she likes him a lot. And she's always hanging around being adoring and cramping his style. There you are, says the pretty young hedgehog. What are you doing sleeping in the sun? It's much too nice a day for that. Sonic opens his mouth to answer, but can't find a space big enough to put any words into.
Okay.
Huh?
What does that even mean?
As in is it because she's talking too quickly?
Oh, okay.
That's probably what it means. Okay.
Wait, are these guys also British?
They are British, yes.
Okay, yeah, well that explains.
Yes. Some other colloquialisms.
If you are bored, why don't you just take me to the theme park that's just opened, Mobius World? You must have heard of it. You were going to invite me, weren't you? Oh, I knew you were. It sounds totally cool.
It sounds totally bogus, Sonic thinks to himself.
Bogus.
He hasn't heard about any new theme park opening up.
There's loads of rides and different theme areas like pirates and dinosaurs and all sorts of fun stuff. I bet it's going to be great. Take me, Sonic. Everyone is going, please.
Dang, girl. Okay, remind me, Mobius is good?
That is the planet.
Yes, Mobius is the planet on which they live.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah.
Okay,
So-
I for sure thought it was a guy.
You know how Earth is like our planet?
Yes. It's kind of like that. Mobius is their planet. So them going to Mobius World would be like if we went to Earth World.
Earth World!
That is
That sounds awesome!
very creative.
Yep. Sonic sighs quietly. He isn't all that keen on going with Amy, but the park sounds like it might be fun, especially if his pals are going too. He glances around as if looking for inspiration, then he notices you. Once
What?
again, you. Christian Randall and Connor Wood. He notices you.
So this book is written in second person? Is that what we're...
Something like that.
Technically.
It's written in fourth wall shattering person.
Yeah. Hey, Christian, Sonic speaking. Give him a minute.
Sorry.
Yes. Sonic has a question for you.
Hey, pal, how long have you been there? Never mind. What should I do now?
So,
What are my options, Sonic? Tell me.
yes, if you think you should go with Amy to the theme park, turn to this page. If he tells her to go away and leave him alone, what will he do then? Should he go back to sleep, go look for his buddy Tails, or look for his other pals to see if they really are going to Mobius World?
Do we immediately tell this woman to take a hike, or do we...
That's what Sonic would do, honestly.
Sonic? Okay, I
He,
feel like...
he is a bad person, yes.
Like canonically, we've decided Sonic is just not...
I-
And you know what? We always do better when we've got Tails by our side.
True. So, yeah, I was going to say we either go with her or go get Tails. Tell her to get lost.
Yeah, let's go get Tails, and then I'm sure if she likes us that much, I'm sure she'll just follow us.
Yeah, we'll see you on the train tracks from the cover.
Yes. Okay, we're going to turn to page 109 to go find Tails. Although he runs all over the Emerald Hill Zone, Sonic can't find his foxy friend anywhere.
What?
Also, apparently Amy just like doesn't notice that he leaves.
Huh.
He just disappears.
Fully Irish goodbyes in a conversation of two people.
Yep, in the middle of broad daylight. Okay.
He is fast.
Sonic can't find his foxy friend anywhere. Perhaps he thinks Tails has gone to Mobius World too. What should Sonic do now? Look for his other friends or go and suss out this theme park for himself?
I'm getting a bad feeling about this world.
Yeah. Also, what other friends? Let's check out this park.
Yeah, we don't have any other friends. We don't even have... Tails isn't really our friend anyway.
Yeah. Knuckles is a frenemy, so he half counts.
We have acquaintances. We have sycophants. That's what we've got. So, we're going to go be a loner.
I'm sure we'll find some people there to hang out with.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speeding around the zone at treble quick speed, it doesn't take Sonic long to find the new theme park. The place is spread out over a valley behind a high wall. There appear to be several different areas, each with its own theme. There's a lake with a small island in its middle, an area that looks like the Wild West zone, and a grim-looking castle with towers and pointed roofs. Ooh. Far away on the other side, Sonic can just make out what looks like a smoking volcano. Sonic can't see any of his friends. That makes sense, he don't got any. Or anyone else for that matter.
Good God.
As he reaches the entrance, Sonic can't help noticing the very high wall which surrounds Mobius World and the equally sturdy metal gates. Once inside, the park appears to be deserted. What is going on here? Good question, dude, Sonic says to you, Christian Randall and Connor Wood. Why don't I find out?
Okay, you go ahead.
Here, governor. Yeah, you with the spikes on, a burly voice calls out. Chance your arm, son. Chuck the darts and win a prize. Come on, have a go, Joe. Sonic knows that his name isn't Joe, but he still looks around and sees a small robot.
That's good.
Yeah, very good joke. He still looks around and sees a small robot dressed in a flat cap and with a crude mustache drawn on his face in felt tip, standing in front of a stall with playing cards stuck to the board. If you think Sonic should have a go at winning a prize, turn to this page. If not, he could wait to see if his friends show up. That's never going to happen. Go to look for them himself. That's also not going to be helpful at all. Or find something else to do. Do we want to
We gotta play the card game.
Yeah, I think we've got a lot of questions asking about Sonic's friends. Do we just want to let him have his delusion?
Yeah. I feel like this is a trap. I don't want to entertain this British robot's ego. Let's find our friends.
Well, remember the authors are British, so maybe in this weird altered reality, British people aren't evil.
Oh, true.
Maybe.
So it's sci-fi.
Wow.
Okay. Just kidding. To our friends over the pond. We love you and your fish and your chips. Thank you.
Oh, fish and chips. So good.
Undeniably good.
All right, so are we going to play the game? Are we going to wait for our friends, look for our friends, or find something else to do?
Let's look for our friendos.
Oh.
That's my vote.
Forget this robot. We're gonna go... I'm sure we'll find more British robots.
I know this robot isn't my friend.
All right, so we're going to search for people who don't exist. Sonic wanders around looking for his friends, but he cannot find them anywhere. You don't say.
Who could have foreseen this?
By the time he has reached the end of the Tunnel of Love, there's still no sign of them, and Sonic's beginning to get worried. Something's not right about this theme park. Yeah, Sonic says aloud, no one seems to be having any fun.
Well, there's no one there. Also, did my boy just ride the Tunnel of Love solo? Is that what we just established?
Yeah.
I believe so.
Wow.
I think, if anything, it's an expression of self-love.
Yeah, he rode with his own true love, the only person who he can trust in this world.
Yeah.
Can we just check the boat? I want to make sure that pink hedgehog isn't hiding in here trying to
roll for boat.
sneak a ride in the Tunnel of Love with us.
Well, I'm afraid check the boat is not an option here because fun is forbidden, comes a metallic voice from behind him, and two robot arms make a grab for Sonic.
I knew it.
The hedgehog twists into a spin and avoids them, then turns to find himself looking at a large squad of Robotnik's evil badniks. The three nearest lunge for Sonic, and he'll have to fight them before he can escape. Each of the badniks has a rating of 6, and Sonic must fight them one at a time using his speed. So, we literally can't lose.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Because we've got +5 speed. If our heroic hedgehog is hit, he will lose all of his gold rings or 1 life if he has no rings. If Sonic manages to escape the clutches of these 3 badniks, the rest of them will charge towards him. Should he flee for the gates to try to escape, run further into the park and hide somewhere, or attack the rest of the badniks with a super spin.
Super spin.
We got a super spin.
Yeah, we gotta eviscerate these nerds.
We leave no one behind.
All right, Sonic revs up on the spot until he is a spinning blue blur, and then he lets go, zooming toward the robots at incredible speed. He smashes into them like a bowling ball, sending them flying in all directions. Behind the regular badniks, however, is their captain, a huge metallic droid with 2 fists, each as large as a certain blue hedgehog. Sonic sees one powering towards him and tries to avoid it. Roll on Sonic's agility to beat an 8.
Oh,
Our
wow.
agility is only 2. We need to
boy.
roll a 6.
Okay.
All right, Connor, I'm not going to roll this because you've got the luck.
All right. Sonic, watch over me. I got a 5.
If he fails,
Tails, help!
turn to page 91. Tails isn't here yet. We haven't been able to find him anywhere.
Oh, no.
Tails has finally grown a sense of self-worth and is avoiding this hedgehog.
It's like, I don't want to hang out with Sonic anymore.
All right, Sonic is unable to avoid the silver robot's flying fist. There's a painful crunch of metal hitting Hedgehog.
Ooh.
Then Sonic is flying high into the air. He hits the ground 50 meters away and must lose all his rings or a life if he has none.
Yeah, there goes our life.
Oh boy.
What's a meter?
So we start with 3 lives and we're down 1.
What's a meter with you?
Sonic feels like a punch bag, but at least that stupid robot has bashed him a long ways away from the badniks. Uh-oh, here they come again. Should we make a dash for the gates, run off and look for somewhere else to hide, or attack the badniks again?
I say we run.
Run.
Gotta go fast.
Got to go fast.
Run and hide.
Okay, run and hide. Turn to page 53. Sonic runs this way and that until he finds himself in front of the entrances both to the forbidding House of Horror, with its grim towers, pointed roofs, and great gray stone walls, and to the more friendly and tropical-looking pirate adventure. Sonic can hear robotic buzzing and stomping getting closer all the time, so where will our hero hide? Inside the House of Horror or the pirate adventure?
Sonic fears neither man nor God, so he'll go in the haunted house.
Beautiful. We are at the start of a horror movie now. Sonic dashes into the House of Horror through a dark doorway surrounded by carved, leering heads that look ugly enough to be relations of Dr. Robotnik.
Get him.
This guy is rude.
Yeah, I like it.
Inside, Sonic finds himself in a high corridor with a flagstone floor and teak-paneled walls. Candles, held by metal hands protruding from the walls, give the gloomy place some light, but it still doesn't look like what Sonic would call home. An angry buzzing noise seems to be coming from outside, so Sonic hurries along the corridor into the ride. Roll against Sonic's quick wits to beat a 6. Our quick wits is 3, so we need a 3 or higher. We got a 66% chance.
Come on, why are we not rolling fast every time? We're Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah, come on, Sonic.
Got to go fast.
That's a 5.
Thank goodness.
Pretty good. Woo.
If he succeeds, turn to 197.
Oh yeah, I love that page.
It's a good thing Sonic was keeping his wits about him, for he spots the pit trap set in the floor at the very moment when he was about to step on it. He jumps over the flagstone and lands safely beyond it, just as it opens up to reveal a deep pit full of spikes, and not the lovable hedgehoggy type spikes either. More cautiously than before, Sonic sets off along the corridor again, turn to 155.
Okay.
All right.
So Sonic's spikes are friendly, yet somehow strong enough to destroy metal robots.
Yeah.
It's like those saws that they used to cut casts off that are somehow hard and sharp enough to cut through a cast but not human flesh.
Gotcha. I completely immediately accept your explanation.
Or like dentist drills that are diamond tipped and they can grind away all of the plaque on your teeth but don't mess up your gums.
He's part dentist.
He's part dentist.
Which is why we hate him.
Yeah. That's where he gets his attitude.
Sonic has taken only a few steps when he hears an ominous swishing sound above him. In the split second it takes him to look up at the ceiling and spot the gleaming guillotine blade dropping towards him.
Okay.
Sonic's hero-fast reflexes spring into action. Roll on his agility to beat a 7.
Not
Agility, not fastness.
So we need to roll a 5 or higher.
Come on, Connor, roll
Our
it.
agility's 1, right?
Our agility is 2,
Okay,
so we need
okay.
a 5 or a 6.
5 up. Good news, I got a 1.
Cool.
Ah, we're dead. We just straight got guillotined.
Yeah.
If he fails, turn to 22. All right.
Sonic is now 2 little hedgehogs.
It is too late for even a super fast super dude to avoid this one. Cross off all of Sonic's rings or a life.
No.
So we're already down 2 lives.
What?
Dang, this is a lethal book. This is way harder than the other ones.
Yeah, holy cow. If it's not game over for our hero, he manages to recover sufficiently to stagger on into the depths of the House of Horror. Ha ha ha! Turn to 41.
Dang.
Great.
Maybe they heard us making fun of British people and they're making it harder.
Yeah.
I mean, the last book was the easiest one to get through,
True.
so maybe that was like a publisher's note.
Yeah. All right, boys, next one, make it a lot more difficult.
The corridor ends at a large wooden door. With nowhere else to go, Sonic pushes it open and steps through. Behind him, the door slams shut by itself, plunging Sonic into total darkness. A terrible howling and moaning starts up, and it's even worse than the noise Sonic sometimes makes when he's eaten too much pizza.
Oh my. Same, dude.
2 glowing white apparitions suddenly appear out of the darkness in front of Sonic. Roll on Sonic's coolness to beat a 7. Our coolness is 4, so we just need a 3 or higher.
Tell you what, we are not rolling on our speed a lot.
Yeah, what the H?
What's going on here?
I'm calling Bupkis.
Yeah, this is Bupkis.
I rolled a 6.
Cool.
Awesome.
If we make the roll, turn to 205.
Super
yeah.
cool.
Woo, 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 go the ghosts.
Oh, God.
Huh, says Sonic scornfully, looking down at his fingernails in the darkness. Call that scary? Now this is scary. Woo, woo, woo. In all caps. Sonic says exactly the same thing that the ghost said, but with one more O in each section and in caps.
Ooh, yeah, no, that's spooky.
Aye, scream the ghosts. Trying to escape from the scary, terrible hedgehog, they run straight into each other and explode into a shower of sparks, robot parts, and scorched bed linen.
Let's get out of here. He's got a better lung capacity than us.
Looking around in the darkness, Sonic spots a neon exit sign nearby. Glowing among the broken robots, he also sees 6 gold rings and a blue shield power-up.
Yes.
Okay, we need both of those.
Hallelujah.
Yeah, because this game is rough.
Yeah, so the next time we're told that Sonic must lose all his rings or a life, we can instead ignore the instruction and cross off the shield. It will only work in the House of Horror, however.
What?
Bupkis.
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 Oh, my.
Well then, what are our options? Are the options...
Might as well get crazy in this house.
Yeah, let's not use the exit then if we've got an extra life in here.
Yes. We can get silly with it.
Happy with his finds, Sonic pulls open the door below the sign to find himself in a well-lit room where every wall is a huge mirror. The mirrors have the effect of making Sonic look either ridiculously tall and thin, or short and fat, like...
Dr. Robotnik.
The very same. Good job. Gold star. There doesn't seem to be any other way out of the room, so what should Sonic do? Go back the way he came, explore this room more carefully, or smash about with a super spin?
Smash about!
Break the mirrors.
But only smash the ones that look fat, like Dr. Robotnik. It's probably a clue.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to blow up some mirrors.
No bad luck there.
Yeah, pay no heed to the fact that Friday the 13th was only a couple days ago. Turning himself into a spinning blue ball, Sonic bounces around the room, smashing into the walls, floor, and ceiling. The mirrors shatter, filling the room with broken glass. And by the time Sonic has stopped, the room looks as if a bomb had gone off in it.
Nice.
Not a single mirror is left intact, revealing 2 gold rings which were hidden behind the glass.
Yes!
Okay.
Get him!
Anytime there's an option to destroy stuff,
Yep.
we gotta take it.
Lesson learned.
It's what my character would do.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're just playing to Sonic's strengths. It is now clear that each mirror is actually a door leading out of the room. Which direction should we go now? To the left, to the right, or straight ahead?
Gotta go left.
Gotta go
Gotta
left.
go left. All right, 236. Sonic enters another room like the one he just started in. Which mirror door should he go through now? Left, right, or straight ahead?
Awesome.
Okay,
I'm gonna say left.
Left.
gotta go left.
Gotta go left.
Hey,
Oh boy.
we know how this plays out.
Yes, we do.
Let's give it a try.
We can either brute force this thing, or we can just jump around until we find the actual one, because that's how these quote unquote puzzles work in these books.
All right, gotta go left. Sonic opens the door and is immediately confronted by 2 robots shaped like skeletons. Each has a rating of 6, and Sonic can fight them one at a time using his speed. Okay.
Untouchable.
Yes.
Boom, boom.
They're both dead.
Sonic Blast.
We're good. We're amazing.
If he beats them, Sonic finds 2 gold rings in the debris.
Oh my
It's
gosh.
Sonic time, baby.
We're rich. We got 10 rings now, I think.
Yeah.
How many to get a new life?
100.
That's too many.
Too many, yeah.
That it is. All right, now will Sonic leave here by going left, right, or straight?
Left.
Left. Gotta go left.
As long as it's an option.
Unless it says 205.
254.
Okay, cool.
It's another room with mirrored walls, but there's also a gold ring lying on the floor, which Sonic may take.
I'll tell you what, left is working for us.
Left is working. We're up to 11 rings already.
Yeah, we're rich.
And if this keeps, every time we choose left, it just creates a circle, we can just glitch the system and get 100 rings.
Yeah.
I'm into that.
Yes.
So should we go left again to try and complete the circle?
Yes.
Yeah.
We should.
All right, page 84.
I am surprised at how often left is taking us not back to the same page.
I know.
It's another mirrored room. Does Sonic go left, right, or straight ahead?
Okay, now if we go left, what does it say?
114.
Do we just keep going? Let's do it.
That's also different, isn't it?
yeah, I think
It's
so.
another new room, I
That's
believe.
crazy. What is going on?
114. Ooh, this is a big page.
Booyah.
Oh, we made the right choice.
Stuff is happening. Let's go.
We made the left choice.
Left was it.
Opening the door gingerly, Sonic finds himself in a short tunnel with the reassuring glow of daylight at the far end. He's made it through the infamous mirror maze, and as a reward, there's a gold ring hanging on the wall.
We did
Unreal.
It was
We're so
literally
good.
Literally all left choices was the right choice.
Thank goodness.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I was a little nervous when you were like, we're in a room, there's 3 places, pick one. Oh no. That's great.
All right, so we've got the ring. As he sprints for the exit, however, the floor drops away suddenly and forms a chute leading down.
What?
Oh boy. With a wail, Sonic slides down into the darkness again.
Wait, the what?
So near and yet so far. Not for nothing do they call this the House of Horror.
Oh.
Oh, I'm horrified.
As am I. Sonic lands with a bump on a rusty old conveyor belt, and metal clasps spring around his legs and body, trapping him in place. Sonic is in a kind of dungeon, and at the end of the now moving conveyor belt is an immense circular saw,
Oh dear.
which is spinning furiously, ready to slice Sonic in half. Perhaps even more terrifying, though, is the sinister figure which is standing on a stone ledge above the saw. It is tall and is shrouded in a hooded black robe, and is carrying a huge scythe with a gleaming steel blade.
Oh boy.
Under the hood, all is darkness save for 2 glowing red eyes. Sonic, booms the figure in a gravelly voice, and a strangely familiar one too. I am Death, and now I have you exactly where I want you.
It's Tails.
How did he spell exactly?
EGGS-ACTLY.
Okay.
I thought I heard that.
But wait, Sonic has spotted something at the far end of the conveyor belt, the control lever. If only had something to throw at it, he might yet get out of this trap. If Sonic has a coconut, turn to 278.
What?
I don't happen to have one of those.
Nor do I.
We have 12 rings. Can we throw one of those?
All right, if we don't, turn to 123.
Oh boy.
But we also have the extra life in here, so we can go as crazy as we want.
Yeah.
We do.
Bubble shield. We're good.
The conveyor belt is carrying Sonic steadily closer to the rotating buzzsaw, and if he doesn't act quickly, he'll be only half the hedgehog he used to be.
Oh my gosh.
Got him.
Should Sonic try to break the clasps holding him, try to jam the conveyor belt with something, or call out to Death to stop the machine?
Call out to death sounds pretty metal.
Yeah.
It does.
Death! I'm not ready, please!
All right, 234.
Please, Mr. Death. We have so many more chili dogs to eat.
Hey, Death type dude. Yeah, you with the scythe, Sonic calls out. Whatever I've done, I'm sorry, I've been a bad hedgehog, okay? So just turn off the machine, will you?
Okay.
We're having a legitimate, come to Jesus moment here.
Wow. Which tells me that he's self-aware enough to know that he actually is a bad person.
He just logs it way, way back in his mind.
Until he is faced with literal death. Ha ha ha! Never, comes the reply. Sonic is now right in front of the saw, but at the last moment he has an idea. Struggling within his restraints, Sonic manages to twist to one side so that the saw cuts through his bonds rather than slicing him in half. He doesn't quite escape the saw though, and must lose all his rings or a life, but now he is free.
Well,
No, we don't. We lose the bubble shield.
doesn't affect us.
Yep, so bye-bye blue shield.
Boing.
Man, Sonic has gotten sliced with a guillotine and a spin saw in the same attraction.
He is a sturdy boy.
And he's just fine apparently.
Yeah.
Okay, well we're free. Turn to 184.
Not today, Death.
Not today, Death! You don't get away that easily, Death snarls, jumping down from the ledge. Swinging his scythe, the black-robed figure advances on the hedgehog. Using his strength, Sonic braces himself to battle against Death himself. Somehow he must beat Death's rating of 10. Our strength is 2!
Oh boy, that's not
So it's not possible.
possible. Can we roll a d20?
If Sonic wins, he can leave the House of Horror immediately or have a look around, but it doesn't say what happens if we don't win or if we can't win.
I guess we win.
I guess we win. That's the only options it's giving us.
By default.
Because it says somehow it happens. Somehow Palpatine is back.
Yes. Exactly.
Somehow Sonic wins.
Somehow he must beat Death's rating. Somehow he must beat Death's rating of a 10.
I guess.
Okay, so he's basically just saying he's super scary, but don't worry because you will beat him.
Yes.
I guess.
If we're looking at the logic of the way that D&D rules are written, if it says you can do something, that means it's optional. If it says you must do something, that thing happens. You don't have a say in whether it happens or not.
Yeah.
Sonic must beat Death's rating of 10.
Yep, it's classic Wizards of the Coast wording. That's what we got to follow.
Yeah. I mean, if it literally gives us no option aside from winning, then what are we to do, right?
Yeah, this is a scripted fight. We have to win.
It's what it is. It's a cutscene. It's one of those cutscenes where you meet the boss early.
Yeah.
It's a cutscene fight.
Okay, so do we leave the House of Horror immediately or have a look around?
Let's get out of here.
Yeah,
Immediately.
this place is too scary.
This place has many actual sharp blades in it.
Yeah.
Okay, 272. Outside the Grim House once more and safely away from its tricks and traps, Sonic pauses for a moment to decide where to go next. Just as he is doing so, 2 Motobugs, beetle-like badniks, trundle into view and make straight for Sonic. What should we do now? Attack the badniks, or try to escape into the pirate adventure, or the cowboy-style frontier fun?
Pirates.
Pirates.
I love a good sea shanty. If they don't have one in here, you can expect me to write one.
All right, page 11. Well, folks, this is shaping up to be something. Sure is. Sure something it is. Oh boy. Well, we're going to be back next week with more of this because it's so great, but I just want to leave you. You may remember that in the past we've checked out our friend Demian's Gamebook website to get some insights, and I just want to share a rating, some thoughts from a user named Shadeheart. Rating, 1 out of 10. Recommended? No. Challenged and underwhelming, the quality departure from the series' first 2 titles is definitely present. What with Theme Park Panic's elementary writing style, cheap interior illustrations, painfully poorly designed gameplay, lack of immersiveness / proofreading, high difficulty level, overextended length, and complete absence of passable humor. Definitely not recommended, and hardly playable either. Well, great. We got 2 more episodes of it for you. I'm Ned. This is a book. Sonic. Much love and stuff. I'll see you guys next time on Improv Tabletop.